So that $93 million, let's talk about this for a minute, that Sadie McGill, our guy Dan, threw in there. We can I don't have any context to it, but I did the math. I did a
And
little calculator.
by the way, I'm experienced. Dan can drink. He can drink.
You saw the loafers. He's not playing around.
Oh yeah. Hey, yeah. He don't play around. No, hell no. Oh, there's another David S in the chat too. It's not me. I promise.
That would put him at the 93.7 million, which again I'm assuming is what's being probably spoke about, right? And I said this. I don't know at this point when I said it, but I go Florida's going to have to pay regardless of where they go, and kudos to Lane and Sexton, but the man's going to get paid, and this is why Florida has to get it right because
Sexton's essentially negotiating against himself, so.
Brilliant. The guy's a genius. I don't know how he does that. I wonder if he has a couple hats or something like that, or like if he talks in third person. I can only imagine. But
right.
when Kurtz and
I
Getty,
don't know, Jimmy, you're gonna have to do better. Well, Jim, that's all I got for you. I don't like. How does this work?
How? I see Steve in the chat. How upset is Steve? Is Steve upset or is he happy or?
Harris?
Where's he at right now?
Steve?
Yeah,
he's a Gator, baby.
He don't ever answer my phone calls or return my texts, so I don't ever know.
You came after him. You got a lot of making up to do. The fact that Kurt landed himself the third highest paying coach. I said this. I was like, Lane's done more than Kurt. And Lane wants to kind of, in a way, poo on Kirby. Like, this is going to be kind of his last laugh, and he knows he can get it. He is at the all-time mighty right now. So that $7 million would put it, I think it was 13.5, I think the math came out to be. Let me make sure I got it right.
13.285.
Kirby's is 13.282.
So
you mean to tell me, bro, Lane is trolling in his contract negotiation?
Well, this is my thing. Had we done this last year, do you realize how much less competition we'd have for a head coach? Think about the fact that Penn State's open. That's a top 15 job. Auburn might be about to become open. That's a top 15 job.
Florida State
may be open if they can come up with $100 million. That'll be a top 15 job. UCLA's already open. North Carolina may end up open. There's just so many jobs this year. LSU, in theory, could be open. Oklahoma State, it's not in the same realm as Florida, but it's open. Think about last year who Florida would have had to compete with. Basically nobody, This was such a tactical error, and I understand that we were hoping we had turned that corner, but in hindsight, we could have saved ourselves. We still could have gotten Lane last year, and we could have saved so much money. And now we are going to, if we are serious, get into a massive bidding war. And that is whoever we get is going to get paid so much more than we would have had to pay them last year.
That's my point is no matter who, all those names that we went over, the only way that it gets a little bit lower would be Brent Key, Fran Brown, Rhett, Kenny. They'll be in a lesser, they're still going to be probably in the 9 to 10 range. But Eli, Marcus, and Lane are all going to be in the top 5. It's just they have they have the flexing power to be able to ask for it, and it's just money, Florida just
monopoly money.
Pony up.
The Penn State job coming open when it did kind of reset the market here and kind of screwed everybody else, because even if you were a coach that weren't considering taking another job, you see what happened and how somebody that was seemingly, in a great situation, this is somebody that was in the semifinal last year, could be fired. You want to go back and make sure that you have even more job security. So then we're seeing some of these jobs for people that we weren't even interested in getting renegotiated, which just ups the entire market. But Florida is a top 15, I would argue a top 10 job. And I could definitely think that whoever becomes the next coach is going to argue that they should have top 10 money.